Good afternoon. My name is Shane Soto, and I'll be talking to you about risk management for Unit 5 discussion for PM692. Risk management is crucial to the planning of any given project as it identifies, analyzes, and addresses the risks that could arise over the life cycle of a given project. Risk should not be a reactive measure that the project manager addresses such issue, but should be addressed in the planning process. Risk register is going to be a document that logs risks as they are identified. It identifies the actions needed to address the risk. It should be reviewed at project team meetings, as well as the risk register content should include the ID of the risk, the date that it was raised or brought up, the description of the risk, the likelihood and impact, severity of the risk to include who owns the risk, some mitigating actions, a contingency action, and then the progress of the action if it does occur, and then the updated status. Project risk control is controlling risk is important as a project manager over the life cycle of a project because it minimizes the risk from becoming a disaster, it decreases delay, it minimizes additional expenses, and most importantly ensures the project does not end due to the risk. You want to utilize the assessment chart, and it would be created with the principle that a risk has two primary dimensions. It's going to be your probability and impact, and each one shown on the axis that allows the project manager to determine the priority and resource allocation. Whereas the matrix content is utilized during the risk assessment to define the level of risk by considering chances of the risk occurring against the consequences activity, provides visibility of risk, and provides a team with decision-making oversight. The rows are certain, likely, possible, unlikely, and rare to identify probability. And the columns of this matrix has negligible, marginal, critical, and catastrophic to identify levels of the risk. Probability and impact matrix. The probability that a risk may occur with the range of 0 to 99%, as we cannot use 100% as that would be a certainty. Impact of the risk chain ranges from low level, medium level, and critical risk. Charts allow for the potential risk to be rated using these two dimensions. The four corners identify it's going to be the low impact, low probability, which can be ignored. Low impact, high probability, or high impact, low probability, which should be addressed to minimize the chances if they occur. And then also the high impact, high probability, which needs to be monitored closely as they are the team's top priorities. Team determination of risk management and removal of subjectivity. The tools that have been provided for the team to minimize risk to put emphasis on the planning throughout the life cycle of the project. We're going to create the project risk assessment chart and identify the probability and impact the risk could have to the project. And then we're also going to ensure that the team reviews the probability and impact matrix of the project to identify top priorities and to address those that are of a lower concern. Then we're going to remove subjectivity from the team, being able to visually see the assessment chart and risk management matrix to make decisions as a team to address risk timely and efficiently. Again, thank you for listening, and you guys have a great week.